This is Ina in with you in the fight back. And today, Libyan rebels have entered the capital of Tripoli, effectively ending the 42-year reign of Libyan leader Muammar Qaddafi. Muammar Qaddafi came into power in 1969 in a coup d'etat, and during his time in office, he has a reputation for nepotism, state control, and large bureaucratic abuses. And despite the official rhetoric of Muammar Qaddafi's regime as socialist, he has not empowered either the workers or the peasants. At various times, Libya's Muammar Qaddafi has engaged in antagonisms with the West, notably during the 1980s, and airstrikes were done against Libya by Ronald Reagan, and he has at times funded various anti-imperialist movements, notably the IRA. However, in the last decade, Libyan leader Muammar Qaddafi has opened his country to business investments from the West, letting them explore oil reserves, engaging in various trade relations, and has in effect sided with Western powers on the so-called war on terror. Libyan rebels, on the other hand, are largely a CIA-backed force, despite whatever initial popular enthusiasm began their uprising. Their arms were supported by the CIA and Western powers, and their various attempts to move through and conquer the country were backed by NATO airstrikes, which numbered roughly 7,500 since February. These rebels contain a wide spectrum of political views ranging from jihadist to tribal, and it can be safely assumed that any rebel organization having the backing of Western powers is certainly not left-wing progressive, let alone communist. What is the fate for Libya now that the rebels have effectively ousted Qaddafi? Number one, the country will effectively have some sort of symbolic change, perhaps elections, and perhaps even more opening of state oil to Western powers. Number two, the rebel victory in Libya effectively brings a new pro-Western country into being. Egypt, with its recent revolution still in progress, has effectively was a Western client state for at least 30 years under Hosni Mubarak. However, due to his ouster, U.S. geopolitical interests in the region have been threatened. And now, Libya will no doubt become a safe haven for U.S. interests and a spearhead against the continuing Arab Spring. Furthermore, this victory by the rebels will no doubt be hailed by Obama supporters as a great change in policy compared to George W. Bush. For instance, as opposed to acting unilaterally as Bush was accused of doing in Iraq, Barack Obama acted multilaterally through the agency of NATO. However, only those who are so teabagged up that they can't see that Obama is effectively an apologist and the executive chief for empire and war. He in no way represents a progressive alternative, and people should get that through their heads. What we can say is that, unlike the revolutions in Tunisia and Egypt, what occurred in Libya was not a popular uprising, and those who believe that somehow almost a revolution in permanence would result from the fall of Qaddafi are going to be sadly mistaken. Qaddafi's ouster will usher in a new neoliberal regime with cosmetic changes and perhaps formal democracy, but very much in a pro-Western orbit. Just as we should have no real sympathy for Muammar Qaddafi, there really should be no celebration of the victory of imperialism in this regard. And this is Ina saying until next time.